On March 6, 1981, Marianne Bachmeier opened fire in a crowded courthouse in what was then known as West Germany. Her target was a 35-year-old sex offender on trial for her daughter's murder, and he died after taking 6 of her bullets. Immediately, Bachmeier became an infamous figure. Her subsequent trial, which was followed closely by the German public, begged the question: was her effort to avenge her slain child justified? Welcome to another episode of Human Wreckage. My name is Thomas. The story of Marianne Bachmeier, a revenge mother, is a case of a mother seeking justice for her daughter. Justified? Hell yes. In my eyes, she should have been set free, no jail time. Let's get into it. Before she was christened as Germany's revenge mother, Marianne Bachmeier was a struggling single mom who ran a pub and in 1970s Lübeck, a city in what was then West Germany. She lived with her third child, Anna. Her 2 older children had been given up for adoption. Anna was described as a happy, open-minded child, but tragedy struck when she was found dead on May 5, 1980. The 7-year-old had skipped school after an argument with her mother that fateful day and somehow found herself in the hands of her 35-year-old neighbor, a local butcher named Klaus Grabowski, who already had a criminal record involving child molestation. Investigators later learned that Grabowski had kept Anna at his home for hours before he strangled her with pantyhose and assaulted her. He then stashed the child's body in a cardboard box and left it on the bank of a nearby canal. Grabowski was arrested that same evening after his fiancée alerted the police. Grabowski confessed to the murder, but denied that he abused the child. Instead, Grabowski gave a strange and disturbing story. The killer claimed that he strangled the little girl after she tried to blackmail him. According to Grabowski, Anna tried to seduce him and threatened to tell her mother that he had molested her if he did not give her money. Marianne Bachmeier was incensed by this story, and a year later, when Grabowski headed to trial for the murder, she had her revenge. Grabowski's trial was likely a heartache for Bachmeier. His defense attorneys claimed he had acted out of a hormonal imbalance that was caused by hormone therapy he received after being voluntarily castrated years earlier. At the time, sex offenders in Germany often underwent castration to prevent recidivism, though this was not the case for Grabowski. On the 3rd day of the trial in Lübeck District Court, Marianne Bachmeier grabbed a .22 caliber Beretta pistol from her purse and pulled the trigger 8 times. 6 of the shots hit Grabowski, and he died on the courtroom floor. Witnesses alleged that Bachmeier made incriminating remarks after she shot Grabowski. According to Judge Günther Kroger, who spoke to Bachmeier after she shot Grabowski in the back, she heard the grieving mother say, "I wanted to kill him." Bachmeier allegedly continued, "He killed my daughter. I wanted to shoot him in the face, but I shot him in the back. I hope he is dead." 2 policemen also claimed to have heard Bachmeier call Grabowski a pig after she shot him. The mother of the victim soon found herself on trial for murder herself. During her trial, Bachmeier testified that she shot Grabowski in a dream and saw visions of her daughter in the courtroom. A doctor who examined her said that Bachmeier was asked for a handwriting sample, and in response she wrote, "I did it for you, Anna." She then decorated the sample with 7 hearts, perhaps 1 for each year of Anna's life. "I heard he wanted to make a statement," Bachmeier later said, referring to Grabowski's claims that her 7-year-old was trying to blackmail him. "I thought, now comes the next lie about this victim who was my child." Marianne Bachmeier now found herself at the center of a public maelstrom. Her trial received international attention for her ruthless act of vigilantism. The weekly German magazine Stern ran a series of articles about the trial, digging into Bachmeier's life as a working single mother who had a very rough start in life. Bachmeier reportedly sold her story to the magazine for roughly $158,000 to cover her legal expenses during the trial. The magazine received an overwhelming response from readers. Was Marianne Bachmeier a distraught mother simply trying to avenge the brutal death of her child, or did her act of vigilantism make her a cold-blooded killer herself? Many expressed sympathies toward her motives, but condemned her actions nonetheless. In addition to the case's ethical conundrum, There was also a legal debate about whether the shooting was premeditated or not, and whether it was murder or manslaughter. Different rulings carried different punishments. Decades later, a friend featured in a documentary about the case claimed to have witnessed Bachmeier perform target practice with a gun in her pub cellar before the shooting. The court ultimately convicted Bachmeier of premeditated manslaughter and sentenced her to 6 years behind bars in 1983. According to a survey by the Allensbach Institute, 28% of Germans deemed her 6-year sentencing as an appropriate penalty for her actions. Another 27% considered the sentence too heavy, while 25% viewed it as too light. In June 1985, Marion Bachmeier was released from prison after serving only half of her sentence. She moved to Nigeria, where she married and remained until the 1990s. After she divorced her husband, Bachmeier relocated to Sicily, where she stayed until she was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, upon which she returned to a now unified Germany. With precious little time left, Bachmeier requested Lucas Maria Burmer, a reporter for NDR, to film her last days alive. She died on September 17, 1996, at the age of 46. She was buried next to her daughter, Anna. The shooting was caught on camera. I added the video to this episode. It is graphic. Viewer warning advised. Thanks for joining me on this episode. Messed up case, definitely. I feel for the mother. I am sure many of us, mother or fathers out there, would do the same for our own children. Take care of yourselves. If you enjoy our channel, please like and subscribe. Till next time.